of the Board of Directors for the Howard County Foundation Black Educational and Cultural Achievement Incorporated. Welcome to our 46th Annual Award Scholarship. We are happy that you're here. We're excited about the day and all the things that it will bring. We're going to stand, have the Board of Directors stand and be recognized, just to come out the gate, just so that you all can see who these people are that have been working tirelessly for you all for the last 7-8 months now. So if you all would stand and be recognized, please, Board of Directors. So exciting times. This is a day that we've all been waiting for, culminating in this, our annual award ceremony. I am the president of the organization, hereby referred to as a foundation, because that's a mouthful to say every single time. My name is Stephanie Munn. I've been on the board for about 7 years, I believe, the president for the last 3 years. So we are once again welcoming you all today, excited that you're here, and can't wait to give away this money. For the last 46 years, we fulfilled this mission of financial assistance to graduating African American students in Howard County for their post-secondary education. Today is possible because of our generous donors. We'd like for anyone that's here today, some that are here today, that is a donor, to please stand so you can be recognized and we can show our appreciation while you're here. These people that stood up are giving you all money, so they deserve a really good round of applause. Thank you, donors. We genuinely appreciate all of you. Since our inception, we've been able to provide $1 million worth of scholarships to over 900 students in Howard County in pursuit of higher education. $1 million. This is a grassroots organization. We don't ask anyone for money except for the community. And those that are generous enough to donate, we have gotten up to $1 million for 900. So today we have this beautiful, outstanding group of students. Like you all amaze me more and more every year. I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up at your ages. You all are doing some outstanding things, and you deserve every bit of this and then some. So congratulations to you for just the exceptional work that you've done. We're very proud of all of you all. So with that, we're going to have our chaplain, Reverend Sadie Wolford, do our invocation. I'm going to bring the mic over.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to reiterate the welcome to this scholarship program and our annual meeting. Now let us pray. Lord God, we come into your presence rejoicing with our scholars and our scholarship candidates who have completed their high school education and are pursuing higher endeavors. We ask you to go with them as they meet this new opportunity and challenge with courage, with creativity, and with boldness. We thank you for each and every one of them and their contributions. And we thank you as well for their parents, their mentors, their educators, and all who have guided them thus far along their way and inspired them to be the wonderful people that they are, as well as to have completed this milestone in their lives. We thank you for our marvelous contributors who make these scholarships possible. And now we thank you for this board, this Howard County Foundation, for Black educational and cultural achievements started almost 50 years ago, yes, a half a century, and prepared for just this moment to support our scholars as they go forth in the world and help them to know they have a beloved community. We ask that you will bless this program and all of its participants. Bless the speaker of the hour and everything we do and say here. Let it have a positive impact and be met with love and with the thought that they have put into it. These and other blessings we ask in your holy name, and let all of those under the sound of my voice say amen and amen.
Thank you, Reverend Wolford. She is a long-standing board member who ensures that we remain grounded in service and unwavering in our mission. We're grateful to you, Reverend Wolford, for your guidance. Thank you. So we have to do a little bit of housekeeping. I have to do a financial or annual report. So we'll get that out of the way and then we'll get on with the good stuff. For our annual report for 2026, our mission statement is the Howard County Foundation for Black Educational and Cultural Achievement Incorporated, hereafter referred to as the Foundation, is a nonprofit tax-exempt organization that is administered by a volunteer board of directors. We're dedicated to raising scholarships, funds for African American students who reside in Howard County, and plan to pursue post-secondary education and/or training. Our purpose is a grassroots organization that has been dedicated itself for the past 47 years. Dr. Wolford said 50 years. There were a couple of years that we did not meet and give out scholarships, but it's a total of 50 years. We started in, well, it'll be 50 years next year. We started in 1977. So it will be 50 years next year. So we are going to be having a big 50-year event. So we hope to see some of you all there. And that is, so we understood the critical need for African American students to be recognized in Howard County at scholarship award programs. The parents that started this would go to awards programs for their children, and their children were not being recognized. So this is why this organization was started. So there's some footing, so there's some type of equality, right? So that we can see our children getting scholarships as well. So these parents started this, and they only asked for $52 a week to start with. It was, $50 a week, $52 a year, $52 a year. So imagine $1 million from $52 per year. So the purpose, once again, is just education, support, access to resources, unwavering commitment to assisting our students in the community by awarding scholarships to high school graduates, and providing opportunities of cultural enrichment that highlight the richness of African American heritage. Each year we meet in October for an annual retreat. At this retreat, we gather and plan. We start all of our planning in October. We plan everything out. We look at the different committees and their different ideas and their reports, and we just kind of work together from October to this day to ensure that we are providing the best resources for the students that have applied. We go through all the details. We meet every month, every Saturday morning, the first Saturday of the month. We're pulling ourselves in, and we try to do it in person because we do have a space that we can meet, so we do it in person every month, first Saturday, 10 a.m. Saying this because we're looking for additional volunteers, but we'll get to that. The scholarship, the primary source for funding for the scholarship comes from the community, which includes individuals, families, churches, organizations, sororities, fraternities, etc. If you choose, you can participate with a commitment still of $1 per week, which is $52 a year to impact a life. 100% of the funds collected and designated for scholarships are distributed in that year. So every dollar that we get from the time we start doing our thing in October till now, every single penny of that money is given out. There's nothing that is held back for the foundation itself. That money is all given out. And what we do, we have operational needs, right? So the board members help with those operational needs. It's about $6,000 per year. And it helps cover printing, mailing, program books, these nice books that you have here, all of these things, organizational insurance, awards program, venue rental, where we're sitting at, we have to pay for this. And we do, every year we participate in a Black History Fair that's held here in Howard County. So those are the types of things that that money is used for. We contribute $125 annually as a board member. And then we do little things to raise funds to try and align with our mission so that we can make additional money for operating fees. We thank Wegmans today because they did sponsor our refreshments. We have some light refreshments for you once you receive your scholarship and we're all done for the day. And Wegmans gave us a gift card for those refreshments, so we thank them today. In 2026, we did participate in the Black History Expo at Long Reach High School. That was one of our community engagement events. In March 2026, we were received into the African American Community Roundtable, AACR, an honor of which we're very proud. We recognize the vital role that community plays in supporting one another. We hope to use this platform to continue to make the community aware of our existence and desire to support partners and grow within the community. So we've been in Howard County once again since 1977. You'll be surprised how many people never heard of this organization at all. And then a lot of them are children who graduated and they have no idea. So we try and do whatever we can to get this information out in the community. Grassroots, we're literally walking around with QR codes like, do you know about this? You know, I'm at the mall telling people, you know about that? And they're like, no, do you have a child graduating? Oh yeah, in 2 years. Well, here, start now. You know, start researching the organization. So, because it's real and it's real money. So, you know, we're excited about having more people in the community know about us so that we can continue to raise funds and sustain this organization for the next how many every year. So if we can do it at 50 quietly, imagine what we can do loudly in the next 50. So let's, you know, continue to do that. So it's important for us to give back to the community, right? We don't want to just take all the time. We want to be able to give back to the community. So last year, in lieu of holiday gifts for ourselves, for each other, in December, we collected some money and gave it to St. John Baptist Church, their Youth Enhancement Fund. This fund is dedicated to supporting and extending programs and activities for young people. You know, we hear about the youth don't have anything to do anymore. They're all over the place, this and that. That is not entirely true. This is evident as we see these young people here who want better for themselves. So everything can't be these negative connotations of what our children are doing. Our children are not all doing that. And you know, there are different organizations that have programs out there to help them. So we decided to make a financial contribution to one of the programs that we know that's helping our youth. So, in board membership, last year we added 3 new board members, and we're grateful for them and their talents. They've been very instrumental in helping once again to push the board forward. We're currently seeking additional board members. We'd like people who have finance and money management, computers, fundraising, organizational development, whatever you think you can bring to the organization, we're looking for that. So if someone's interested in possibly joining the board, you can look us up on social media, or you can ask any one of the board members and they can tell you how to get in touch with us. Board members serve as an ambassador to our mission. Once again, we're out in the community and we're just trying to make people know we're here because we're doing something fun that we love doing, that we know is appreciated and we know is needed. That concludes our annual report. Does anyone have any questions for me regarding what we do, what we've done, what we continue to do or want to do? Okay, so the business part is over. We got some fun coming now. So this is my first year in seeing full transparency, right? I'm like, no, I just want to do annual report and sit down. They're like, yeah, you can do more. Not sure where that came from, but excuse me if I'm just a little nervous. So our next part is introduction of the Anissa. Miss Anissa. She is getting ready to come up, and so the cultural piece of it, sorry, gotta get it loose. Okay. We're excited to introduce Anissa G. Jackson, an inspiring pianist who will provide our musical talent for this afternoon. Anissa has been kind enough to grace us with her musical talents at our award ceremonies for the last 2 years. Told y'all I was doing this. It's now become my pleasure to have her back again with us this year. Thank you, Anissa, because we know the next time we see you, we're going to be paying for it. No more free shows for us, so we're excited for you. Anissa is a 12th grader at Guilford High School and been playing piano for over 11 years. She performs regularly and has played at the Kennedy Center and Carnegie Hall. Anissa is here today with her family and piano teacher, Dr. Monica Roberson, the director of the Roberson School of Music, RSM, right here in Columbia. So Dr. Roberson, her school offers musical instructions for individuals of all ages, from beginners, learning the basics, to advanced musicians, preparing for professional careers. Some of her facility members have even received Grammys. We're so appreciative of you, Dr. Roberson, and this ongoing relationship we have established with your school. We genuinely appreciate you adding the cultural piece that's in our name here today and always. So thank you for all that you do for us. We really appreciate this. She doesn't charge us anything to have these amazing students come and perform for us. So without further ado, Anissa will be playing Fantasia in D minor. So if you know, Mozart would be very proud. So as an appreciation, we'd like to present this certificate to you. It just says Howard County Foundation for Black Educational and Cultural Achievement, Inc. Certificate of Appreciation presented to Anissa G. Jackson in appreciation for serving as 2026 guest pianist at Scholarship Awards Program on Sunday, May 17th, 2026. Stephanie, thank you. Next, we have Dr. Shafanya Turner. She is our Vice President, and she will be introducing the speaker today. Dr. Turner, we are extremely excited to have you here and grateful. Dr. Harris, Dr. Turner as well. Dr. Turner has served on the board for a number of years in a few capacities. She is currently the Vice President, and in spite of her busy schedule, she's made time for the foundation and is a living witness to transformative formative power of education. Dr. Turner has been instrumental in transitioning from what was formerly a paper process to much more efficient electronic process of applications. Her commitment to technical innovation continues to positively impact the application process and has allowed our program to grow and adapt to meeting the evolving needs of the students we serve. Thank you, Dr. Turner. We appreciate you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, students, and congratulations to the families that got you all here. I wrote my words down because I'm a doctor and I like to talk, so I'm going to try to keep this abridged as much as possible. But we've never lived in a time of more conflict. The numerous duopolies and dualities, everybody has to pick a side. There's red versus blue, and by that I mean Crips versus blood. There's white versus black, and that's do you wash your legs or don't you in the shower? And it's no different than the context in which I know this man, our guest speaker today. You see, for some context, Dr. Harris and I, we met in the operating room of Howard County General Hospital. He's a surgeon and I'm an anesthesiologist. And if you know anything about that culture, about that atmosphere, it's constant conflict. But in the end, we come together and we make it work like TS and your gate agent. We have plans that might differ, but we have to get together and make it happen for the patient and the patient's family that have entrusted us. He's a person that I've grown to call friend, and I trust him. If I were to have a family member that needed surgery, I would call him. My husband just had a terrible accident about 3 weeks ago, and I have the knowledge and wherewithal to ask for who I wanted to be my surgeon. And Dr. Harris wasn't there, but I asked for my surgeon. I strongly advise you all to do the same for your health care with health literacy. You are a consumer, you can ask for what you want. With that being said, his life comes with a wonderful story. He doesn't come from a silver spoon. This life wasn't handed to him. He had to work, like many of us in this room, to make it what it is today. I won't give you too much of his story, but I'll let you know that I'm grateful to have him be our speaker. I asked him almost a year ago to do this, and he stayed on. Surgeons kind of flake out if we take too long sometimes. So I'll just go home. But he's here today to enrich us with knowledge, words of affirmation, to enrich us with a good story. But for the students, he's here to show you and let you hear the story of what it's like when you don't give up and you continue to try. Dr. Harris.
So first of all, congrats to all the scholarship recipients. I think that's a huge honor, and it's the beginning of a very big transition point in your life. The reason I'm here is to share my very unusual story. Yes, I'm a surgeon, I'm the chair of my hospital, I'm an associate program director. I have a lot of different accolades and things that I'm very proud of, but it's not really about who I am now, it's about how I got to where I am. A lot of folks question me on my history because I've shared a lot of my story on social media, and I shared a lot of my things in my past I used to be ashamed of, things I used to hide from people. what I've learned as I've gotten older is I need to share these things because it's made me who I am. And some of my darkest moments is where I found out that I really can't do this alone. Through help with God being there for me and with mentors who were put in my place by God, I believe, I am where I am today. And I'm going to share my history, but I'm going to go back even further from who I was to where I am now, to even going before the controversy. So the controversy is I used to do a lot of bad things. I used to get into trouble. I robbed people. I stole cars. I did a lot of bad things. Became a teenage father, almost dropped out of high school. But I'm going to go back before that because this is what I find interesting. What I find interesting is I used to be an innocent, cute little kid, wasn't getting in any kind of trouble. And what I find fascinating, and I just figured this out over the last year or so, is I don't understand how I went from being this little kid to being somebody that was getting into all that trouble. And through a lot of reflection, and I wrote a memoir and everything, through understanding what drove that is fear. You see, I was raised in a house that was ravaged by crack cocaine. My entire family was addicted to drugs except for my grandmother who raised me. And she was my safety net. She was the one who took care of me. She's the one who raised me. But unfortunately, what I found is that I was often afraid because the people who frequented my house were always high on drugs. And all it takes is a couple of them to jump on you and to hurt you for you to be terrified in your own home. And I used to hear, whenever my father, he unfortunately was addicted to drugs, and whenever he would get on crack, he wasn't like my uncle who would just go to his room and just kind of hang out by himself and nobody knew what was going on. My dad went crazy. I mean, he was a big man, weighed about 300 pounds, he was about 6'3", and when he'd get high, he would pace up and down it sounded, I always thought either the police were breaking into the house and it was a raid, or my dad was high. It was one of the two. And I was always trying to keep him from going outside because I was so embarrassed. I didn't want the neighborhood to see him in his cracked out state. There was one time that I tried my best. I was just maybe about this big, and I grabbed him by his arm to try to stop him from going outside because I didn't want people to see him. And he looked at me, and he didn't recognize who I was. He was so high that it was somebody else. And he threw me down, and he started patting me down, and I'm so paralyzed with fear, I don't know what's going on. And he starts patting my pockets, and I'm thinking, what is going on? And he pulls out a little piece of lint. And he's looking at it, thinking that it's a crack rock. And I felt so violated. I finally screamed when my grandma came in and hit him upside the head with a frying pan, and he ran off. And, you know, that set the tone for me of this baseline fear and anxiety. I was terrified in my own home. And I didn't want to be the victim anymore. As I started getting older, so around 12, 13, I started figuring out that I'm getting as big as some of these crackheads that's coming in my house. And I think I can mess with them. If they try to come at me, I think I can protect myself now. So I started lifting weights. I started trying to get strong. I was like, I'm not going to let anybody hurt me. And then I started realizing the people in my environment who were doing well, they were the ones who were selling drugs and robbing people, and they had resources. I didn't see anybody else who had resources. So I thought, you know, I could do that. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be the one getting robbed. The way I looked at it is, you either going to be the victim or you be the one who's going to be victimizing. It's not right. I'm not proud of it, but that's who I was. Praise God, my grandmother drew a line for me. My grandmother knew that, you know, look, she put God in my heart very early on in life. And there's some of my friends, they got into a lot of trouble, ended up in jail and everything. But I had a certain line that I wasn't going to cross. And I think that helped me quite a bit. So let's get to that point of where, you know, I went from, okay, let's not get in trouble anymore to let's turn my life around. Well, that was another potential low point that a lot of people thought was the end of the world. When I was 14, I had a girlfriend who's currently sitting in the back right now. She got pregnant. And when that happened, I was so terrified to tell my grandmother. I was so embarrassed. I was so ashamed. But one day, she called me and said, my mom knows, somebody told you need to tell your grandma. I was like, oh my goodness. So I still remember to this day, I sat down on that bed, and I just looked at her, and she said, my nickname was Book. She said, Book, what's wrong? What's wrong? I just kept shaking my head. I couldn't even get the words out. And she just looked at me and said, don't tell me you got that girl pregnant. Well, she said, well, you're just going to have to take care of her. And that's what I did. So I was getting in a lot of trouble at school. I ditched most of the time in high school. I was getting all kinds of trouble. I was stealing cars. And now I gotta get my act together. Well, I'm 2 years ahead in high school, and I'm about to get kicked out of my high school. So they sent me to an independent study high school where that's all the kids are getting in trouble. You do all your homework at home and then you turn it in once a week. But at this one high school where I went, I met a counselor who actually pulled me aside, and I don't know what he saw in me. I mean, here I am about to have a kid and everything and get in all kinds of trouble, failed all my classes, but for some reason, this man, Henry Ray, and this is the point, this I want you guys to hold on to. There's going to be people at certain points in your life that are going to come and be available to help you. And it can just be one little thing that can completely change the trajectory of your life. This man, Henry Ray, asked me what I wanted to do with my life. And I said, well, I mean, I'm still living with my grandmother who gets welfare for me. We don't have money for college. You see, I thought you had to have money. I didn't know about scholarships. I didn't know about loans. I didn't know about any of that. People looked at me and saw how much trouble I was getting into, and they judged me. They never told me, oh, you can do something with yourself. They thought, this guy doesn't care. He's ditching. He doesn't care about anything. He pulled me aside and said, man, you could get loans. You could get scholarships. What you're going to do is you're going to go talk to Wayne Bird at Fresno State. I was born and raised in Fresno. And said, we got a program where we could get you into college, and you don't even have to go through city college. You could just go straight to Fresno State. I went, and I took advantage of every single thing they told me to do, and I got into Fresno State. It was wonderful. But that being said, I had a very bad foundation. I had ditched all the time. I didn't deserve to graduate from high school. Somehow they got me through it. So when I got to Fresno State, I didn't even know how to add fractions. That's how far behind I was. I think you learn how to add fractions in second grade. That's how far behind I was. So here I am, pre-med, having to take calculus, having to take physics, and I don't know how to add fractions. So that was very difficult. My second semester, I was about to drop out because I had F's in every single class. And I was like, I can't get through this. This is it. I'm working 60 hours a week. I had 3 jobs. I was working at Walmart, I was working at Toys R Us, I was working at a hatchery, and I wasn't sleeping. And I just gave up. I quit. So on my transcripts, if you look back, I have a complete semester of F's on my transcripts. I was ready to give up. But I fought back. I got promoted to be a service manager when I was 18 years old. I started making my own schedule, and I said, you know, I'm going to give this a try again. But when I went back, I had to humble myself, because look, calculus doesn't jump in your head without putting in a lot of work if you don't know how to add fractions, right? So I had to go to study centers where they had free tutoring, and I had to humble myself. I had to go to these people who looked younger than me, who looked at me like I had an eye on the middle of my forehead when I told them I don't even know how to add fractions. It was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing, but you know what? How else am I going to get there unless I admit how bad off I was? And I humbled myself, and they helped me. They thought I was punking or something, like it was a joke. But I worked hard. I had to put in a lot of long hours, and I eventually got through it. So another point is, you know, at some point, you got to ask for help. But sometimes you may ask for help, and you may get some bad advice. I had a counselor while I was in college, and I was pre-med, and I went to this counselor. I still remember how I was sitting. I know her full name. I know exactly how she looked at me. And she said, this semester of F's you have, there is no way you are going to get into medical school. It's impossible. You should consider being a teacher or something else if you're lucky to do that. And I said, well, you know, I'm starting to get better grades, you know, and you know, isn't there some way? So completely shot me down. That person fueled me to make me say that, you know, I'm going to remember them when I do make it. But the thing is, a lot of people take that discouragement and they give up. It's so easy to give up when people tell you something is possible, but they say it's impossible because they haven't done it. You've got to look to people who have done it. There's going to be times where you may have some challenges, you may have a difficult time, you may not be able to make it. But my message, even more so for you guys, is for all of you who are in positions of power and of influence, who have the ability to get them through it. Because there's going to be a time where somebody who's going to look the way I did, who's getting into trouble, is going to fall at your desk. Any of you who work with young people, and you may have the ability to get them ahead. And my message is more important for all of you who can make sure that if they mess up, you don't discourage them, and you encourage them, and you tell them this will still hope. That's my message is much more important for that. So, luckily, I ended up still applying to medical school, and I got in. And it was thankfully because of another angel that was put in my path, Dr. Isabel Jones, the first African-American pediatric cardiac surgeon or cardiologist in the country. She happened to be on the admissions committee. And she happened to be the one that got my file and saw my personal statement and saw my history and said, yeah, his grades aren't as good as all these other Harvard, MIT people and all these other people who are coming here, but he had to work 60, 80 hours a week sometimes in undergrad. So we're going to give him an interview and give him a shot. Praise God, I got accepted to UCLA. That was my #1 pick, and I got in. So once I got to UCLA, what I figured out is that the playing field is now equal because nobody had done medical school before, right? Nobody had. So even though I was intimidated, I was like, oh, these Harvard and Yale and all these people, and I'm coming from little Fresno State. But nobody else had done medical school before. So I thought, you know what, now it's an even playing field. I could work hard and make a difference. And I had never done well on a standardized test. Never. I was lucky. I never took the SAT and the MCAT. I bombed it the first time, had to take it a second time, and the second time I was just barely average. I probably had the lowest MCAT score in my whole med school class. And they told Dr. Isabel Jones, they said, he is not going to do well on his boards. He's going to fail. Look at these scores. How are you going to take a chance on him? I got 99th percentile on my boards. Don't give up on me. Don't count people out. I just had to have the time and resources. I was working too much. It is what it is. I had a family to support, you know? So I ended up matching at my top choice for residency at Hopkins for surgery. And I wish, my grandmother who raised me, unfortunately, she passed away while I was in med school. I wanted to be a cardiologist. I was like hard set on that because I wanted to be my grandma's cardiologist because I thought they were the ones keeping her around. And when she passed, that dream kind of went away, but I fell in love with surgery. And that's kind of what took me to where I am now. So I get into Hopkins, and everything's going pretty well. It's a tough program, but I'll tell you, man, you don't get paid any money until you're actually done with your training. It's tough. Now, family of 3, we have 3 kids at this point, and here we are living in Parkville in this little townhome, barely making it. Filed bankruptcy during my 2nd year of residency because we were so broke. And it's tough. Had to sell everything of value that we had. My dad had bought me this really nice cross with the initials on it, so I had to sell that. Everything that I had of value, gone, just for us to be able to put food on the table. And then my father, unfortunately, passed away. And when he passed away, my little sister and my little brother didn't have anywhere to go because their mother had some problems that was going on. And they came to stay with us for about a year. And, you know, that was a really difficult time because here we are already crammed in this little tiny townhome trying to make it, and then this happens. And, you know, eventually fast forward, there was more tragedy. So during my chief resident year, this is probably one of the hardest moments in my life that I try not to get too emotional with. I've told this story many times, but I share this for a number of reasons. One is it's one of the darkest hours in my life, but it's mainly because I want those of you who ride skateboards or bikes or anything like that to know you must wear a helmet. Our middle son, Marcus, was 17 years old, and he was riding a skateboard and just fell off the wrong kind of way and hit his head and almost died. Had to have emergency neurosurgery, and it's an amazing thing. You know, a lot of people, I don't know if you guys believe this or not, but it doesn't matter, this is my truth. I was in the operating room when it happened, and Marcus and I were really, really close. Out of all my kids, he and I were always on the same wavelength. I'm operating, and I'm at the end of this case, and my eye starts tearing up, and I'm like, what the heck is wrong with me? Why am I crying? I just felt bad. And we're just finishing the case, and I told the resident that I was with, I said, hey, I know we usually go get something to eat first, but I feel like I gotta hurry up and get home. And that's when the phone rang. And that's when Rosina, my wife, called me, and she was frantic and telling me Marcus fell and he hit his head, and he's not moving, he's not doing anything. And I kept saying, is he breathing? Just tell me, is he breathing? If he's not breathing, you gotta breathe for him. I went into immediate doctor mode. You gotta give him CPR if he's not breathing. So I'm racing to go meet them, and then I find out that they're going to shock trauma, and I meet them there at shock trauma, and because I still have my light put everything, they just let me on in there, and unfortunately I saw when my son was coming back, and they were putting the breathing tube in and everything, and he had what we call a GCS of 4, which is almost the lowest you could get as far as the amount of neurological involvement one has. It's a bad indicator of how they're going to do. And I saw them putting a breathing tube in him, and I saw them taking him back, and I knew that they're going to have to take him for neurosurgery because I saw the CT scan also when it happened. He had a big bleed on his head. And, you know, this accident happened. He wasn't wearing a helmet or anything, and a lot of people think, oh, he must have been doing something crazy. But, you know, if you ride a bike or a skateboard, please make sure that you wear a helmet, because I don't want this to happen to you. So this dark moment that happened, Marcus was in the ICU for about 8 months of shock trauma. He eventually went to Kinney Krieger for several months. And then he got home on Father's Day. And they said that he was blind, that he couldn't see anything. He's paralyzed on his right side, and his mind is at the level of maybe a 5-year-old. And he couldn't speak. And on Father's Day, all of a sudden, we were humming nursery rhymes, and he started humming along with us. And then we said, well, let's put on some of his favorite music. And the boy went from saying nothing at all to praise God to singing. And then, a few months later, he couldn't see anything, and they said he'd never see again. It's central blindness. And one time, we had him in this special traumatic brain injury rehab, and we went in there, and we told everybody to be quiet, and we snuck in, and my wife snuck up in front of him and got right in his face. Didn't say a word. And he looks at her, and he says, "My mom." Do you know the boy, his vision has been improving slowly. He's still got bad deficits, but he was able to recognize his own mother. So look, don't count people out. Don't count people out. So now, I've come to the realization that my purpose on this earth, that I think the purpose of many people is to serve others. You know, Jesus, not long before he was crucified, he got down on his knees and washed the feet, and I hate feet, washed the feet of his disciples. Now, how does a God do that? That's to show an example that we are here to serve other people. We are here to help people. Look, there's only so many years that we have on this planet, okay? But there is more that is to come. And that more that is to come, I feel, is much more important than what's happening right now. If you're so worried about how they got your coffee wrong, or how you didn't pass this one class, or how whatever it is, it's the worst thing in the world to you, remember, things could always be worse. When I come home and I see all the joy that my son Marcus has despite all his disabilities, when I see how happy he is, how he exudes so much joy, what do I have to complain about? I have nothing to complain about. It is a blessing that I get to come home to see that, and it is a blessing for every breath that I have. The fact that I could walk in and out of here, the fact that I could talk to you today, the fact that I see, everything is a blessing. But if you look at things in a context of thinking everything's miserable, then that's what it's going to be. Even when bad things are happening, you got to look for the bright side. It'll eat you up on the inside if you constantly look at the negative stuff. You got to look at the good. I think that's about it.
Black Educational and Cultural Achievement Incorporated Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is awarded to Dr. Jane Harris in recognition of your outstanding participation as guest speaker on the 2026 Scholarship Awards.
So our next piece is the scholarship lottery. Dr. Janice Lopez, come up and explain how the scholarship lottery works. A lot of doctors on this board, huh?
Good afternoon, everyone. was such an exciting and powerful and stirring message of inspiration, and we were blessed and fortunate to have that. So thank you, Dr. Turner, for bringing us Dr. Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment now to embrace some excellence and good. I would like all of our scholarship candidates to introduce themselves to you this afternoon. So students, get ready. I will have you each come up one by one. Actually, if I can have, are we in number order? Are they in number order? Are you in number order? Okay. Numbers 1 through 5 to line up there on the side and get ready to come up. And then 5 through 10, get ready after they are. We'll direct you, but you all get ready. We're going to have you come up one by one. And what I'd like for you to do is say your name, what high school you're graduating from, what college or university you plan to attend in the fall, and what your expected major will be. So there's 3 things. Got that? Name, high school, college, major. And then if there's anything else that you'd like to add, any quick comment or thank you, Mom, if you want to add, you're welcome to do that too. So we'll have number 1 first come up, stand in front of the podium, and we'll stand up.
Okay, hi, good afternoon. My name is Andre Clark. I graduated from Appleton High School. I'll be attending Pace University in the fall, and I'll be studying, having a major in acting and a minor in commercial dance.
Hi, my name is Mikkel Griffin. I go to Appleton High School, and I'll be going to Louisiana University in the fall. I'll major in nursing.
Good afternoon. My name is Moya Adebanjo. I'm graduating from Centennial High School, and I'll be attending the University of Michigan and majoring in biology. And I would like to thank my mom for all she's done for me.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chelsea Correa. I'm graduating from Centennial High School, and I'll be attending Towson University as a nursing major.
How's everybody doing? My name is Gabriel Pearson. I'm graduating from Centennial High School, and I'll be going to Towson University studying health and physical education.
Hello, my name is Adonia Land. I'm graduating from Hammond High School, and I will be attending Hampton University to study marketing.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaden Patterson. I'll be graduating from Hammond High School, and I plan to attend Drexel University majoring in architecture.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Escalante. I'm graduating from Howard High School, and I'll be going to St. Mary's College in Maryland, and I plan to study biology.
Hi, my name is McKenna Brown, and I'm graduating from Howard, and I plan to attend Temple University as a health professions major.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dominique Gordon. I am here on behalf of my daughter, Ayana Gordon. My daughter is a senior at Howard High School. She plans to attend and is committed to attending the Savannah College of Art and Design. She is majoring in animation and applied AI. And I am a very proud mom today. And I witnessed the world.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Layla James. I'm graduating from Howard High School. In the fall, I'm going to George Mason University. I am double majoring in business administration and sports management with a pre-law track.
Hi, my name is Maya Schutz. I'm graduating from Howard High School this year. I'm going to Towson and I'm majoring in biochemistry.
Hello, my name
name is Joelle Ely. I'm going to be graduating from Long Beach High School, and I will be attending North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. And my intended major is computer engineering. And I want to thank God and I want to thank my family for putting me out there. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm graduating from Long Beach High School. My name is Kendall Wall, and I'm going to Rutgers University and double majoring in communications and social work.
Good afternoon. My name is Dean Semper. I'm graduating from Marysville High School, and I'm going to UMBC as part of the Mile Scholars Program and majoring in computer engineering. And I'd also like to thank my family and everyone who's helped me get to this point now.
Hi, my name is Leslie King. I'm the proud mom of Ethan Spellin. He is a senior at Marriotts Ridge High School and going to Towson University majoring in finance. If he was here today, I'm sure he would thank his mom for everything that she has done here. And I'm sure he would thank everybody here, and thank you for putting on such a program and supporting our youth. It's a big deal for them and for me as well, so thank you.
Hello, my name is Opam Higbebi, graduating from Reservoir High School. This upcoming year, I'll be going to the University of Maryland College Park with a major in government and politics. I'd also like to thank my parents who are sitting right there.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Lauren Tompkins. I'm graduating from Reservoir High School. I plan to attend Washington University in St. Louis, and I hope to major in cognitive neuroscience. And I'd like to thank the scholarship committee for their consideration.
Hi, my name is Caleb Odom. I'm graduating from Reservoir High School, and I'll be attending UMBC through my House Scholars Program and major in computer engineering.
Hi, my name is Xavier Frazier. I go to River High School. I'm going to Georgetown University, and I'm going to be studying accounting. I just want to thank my parents and all my family for all the support.
Hello everyone, my name is Amara Denekwe. I will be attending Spelman College in the fall. I will be graduating from Bishop McNamara High School, and I will be majoring in biochemistry and minoring in cosmetic science. I would like to thank my beautiful mom for giving me this opportunity and always supporting me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Esther Aminata. I'm graduating from the Bryn Mawr School in Baltimore City, and I originally planned to attend University of Pittsburgh, but I just recently got off the wait list for Syracuse University, so I will be attending there this fall. And I want to thank my mom, my family, and everyone who's gotten me to this point.
Glory!
Good afternoon. My name is Jaden Hernandez. I graduated from Gleno Country School in Ellicott City. I plan to go to North Carolina A&T to study architectural engineering.
Thank you so much, students. I'm excited for you, and you have an amazing journey ahead of you. And I've heard some of my schools, but I'm not going to call them out today. Well, maybe I will. Okay, so now that you've met the scholarships candidates, I have a little bit of information to share with you on how the lottery works. First, again, I want to congratulate all of you students for making it this far and now being officially candidates for the scholarship. We are in the final stages of our scholarship process. And to get to this step, all of the students have completed an application process, met the qualifications to be invited to the interview, and after completing the interview, the next step is being present here today or sending a family representative to be at the award ceremony. So at this stage, we award scholarships using a lottery system. Each student is assigned a number as noted in the program book. If you look in your program book, you'll see on page 18 and 19. Each student has a number. So students, you already know your numbers, but make sure that you know your number, because each number is going to be on a ping pong ball. The foundation has a number of named or specific scholarships to award that are from specific contributors, groups, or families. And we will award scholarships using this lottery random selection process with ping pong balls. All ping pong balls correspond to one of you, each one of you, and they're going to be placed in a bowl for random selection to be awarded a scholarship. For scholarships with special criteria that were designated by the scholarship sponsor or donor, such as you must be a male or you must be attending an HBCU, only ping pong balls corresponding to the appropriate students will be in that selection bowl option. So students, if your number is selected and called, awarding you a scholarship, please come forward over to your left where the table is, where you'll see the glass bowl. Come forward to receive your certificate, to take a photo, and most importantly, to receive your instructions for sending a thank you note. After the award ceremony, there are 2 more required steps to receive your scholarship checks. You must submit your proof of full-time registration before the deadline, and you must submit a thank you note. The thank you note is essential to receiving the scholarship money. It's important for you to understand and acknowledge that these scholarships are made up from people, family, community groups, individuals, etc., people that are donating their money to you. I'm one of those people. We are all pitching in because we want to. We want to encourage and support you. Therefore, you must thank your contributors. This is a hard rule. If we do not receive a thank you note to share to our donors, you will not receive a check, period. So if your number is called, please come forward and receive your instructions on where to send your thank you note. And students, family members, guests, that is how our lottery works, and I want to wish you all good luck.
Good afternoon. I am Mavis Lewis, and my partner who will be assisting me is Darrell Hall. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the 46th Annual Scholarship Award Ceremony today. We gather to celebrate the exceptional hard work, dedication, and academic achievement of our students.
We also want to recognize the incredible generosity of our donors and supporters, whose commitment to education makes these opportunities possible. We know you have been waiting patiently, so at this time, our presentations of the scholarships will be underway.
Our first scholarship will be awarded to a student who will attend my alma mater, Hampton University. Since the year 2000, this scholarship has been awarded by the Howard County chapter of the National Hampton Alumni Association in recognition of the academic excellence and community service demonstrated by aspiring students. The scholarship aims to support and encourage students in their pursuit of higher education to attend Hampton University. The amount is $1,500. We have confirmed that Adanya Lamb is the only student in this group who will be attending Hampton University. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Shauna Frazier, a 1990 scholarship recipient and a Hampton University graduate, as well as our 2013 Scholarship Awards Day speaker, to come forward, draw the ball from the fishbowl, and present it to Adanya Land and take a picture with her. Please join me in congratulating Adanya.
Our second scholarship is from the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Tall Pi Chapter at Columbia, Maryland. The brothers established the Ronald McNair Memorial Scholarship in honor of Ronald McNair, a distinguished physicist and astronaut who tragically lost his life during the launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger. This scholarship is specifically designed to assist a male student who intends to enroll at a historically black college or university. The scholarship award is $2,000 and aims to provide meaningful financial support to a male student as he pursues his academic goals. We have 3 students who plan to attend in HBCU, 2 of whom are young women. Therefore, the remaining male student, number 23, Jaden Hernandez, is the recipient. Congratulations, Jaden. Will someone from the Omega Psi Phi fraternity oh, okay, very good. Memorial Scholarship is presented by the Howard County Center for African American Culture as a tribute to Mrs. Wileen Sims Birch, the founder of the center. Mrs. Birch was a passionate advocate for African American art, culture, and history. Her unwavering dedication left a lasting impression on the Howard County community, where she inspired individuals of all ages by sharing her love and knowledge of African American heritage. This scholarship is valued at $2,000, honors her legacy by supporting students who demonstrate an appreciation for the rich traditions and contributions of African American culture. 2 candidates who plan to attend HBCUs remain, number 13 and 21. Their names will be placed in the fishbowl for the drawing. Will a representative from the museum please come forward to draw the winning selection from the fishbowl? Anyone here from the African American Museum? All right. Gerald, okay.
dedicated educators, they inspired countless young minds with their wisdom and kindness. In their honor, a scholarship has been established to continue their legacy of nurturing and supporting the next generation of learners. The scholarship is in the amount of $2,000. And Hugo is here.
Is from the Paulson sisters. Mavis Paulson Lewis, board member, and her sisters Joyce and Diane are honoring the legacy of their beloved family members by establishing a scholarship in their memory. The cherished family members, mother, father, sister, brother, and nephew, were more than just loved ones. They served as guiding lights and pillars of strength for the Paulson sisters. Though they are no longer present, their love remains with the family always. As the Paulson sisters reflect on their memories, they are reminded that wherever a beautiful soul has been, there is a trail of beautiful memories. Through this scholarship of $2,000, their legacy will continue to inspire and uplift others for generations to come. Our board member, Mavis Lewis, will draw the ball. Number 15. Next, we have a scholarship presented in memory of the mother of our board member, Ronald Britt, and the mother of his wife, Hortense. Their lives exemplify the values of hard work, perseverance, integrity, discipline, and compassion. As expressed by the family, our mother's memories live on in the impact that they had on others. And through this scholarship, we hope to continue their tradition of giving and nurturing future generations. The scholarship is in the amount of $2,100. Our next scholarship is from our board members, James and Yvonne Harrison. This scholarship is in memory of Jean Cena Zimmer, who dedicated her life to education, serving as a teacher and principal for over 4 decades and impacting generations of students and families. She was recognized for seeing potential in every child and advocating for hard work, education, leadership, and social justice. Her commitment to Christian worship service was evident throughout her life, and after retirement, she continued to teach and inspire communities and her large family across the country. This scholarship is in the amount of $1,700. Will the Harrisons come forward and present the ball?
Number 2.
The Brahmers have been devoted supporters of the foundation for more than 22 years. We applaud their steadfast belief in our mission and their generous support year after year. And we want to express our sincere gratitude before I continue. Thank you, Doctors Leroy and Yvonne Brahma, and your children, Philip, Leslie, and Eric. Each year, Dr. Brahma and his wife, Dr. Yvonne Brahma, choose someone to honor or remember in a special way. It may be a family member or it could be a cherished friend. Dr. Leroy Brahma is delighted to announce a $1,500 scholarship. This award is established in honor of his 3 exceptional children, Eric, Leslie, and Philip. Dr. Brahma expresses profound pride and satisfaction in his children. He states that if given the chance to begin anew, he would wholeheartedly choose to have Eric, Leslie, and Philip as his children. This sentiment reflects his deep appreciation and admiration, emphasizing that he wishes for nothing more than the wonderful family he already possesses. He urges his children to continue following their current paths, pursuing their goals and activities with unwavering dedication. Dr. Brahma believes that with perseverance and faith, God will continue to bless each of them and support all their endeavors. Will Dr. Leroy Brahma please come forward? Dr. Yvonne Brahma is delighted to share that her daughter, Dr. Leslie Brahma, has authored her first book entitled entitled America's Health, the Community is Now the Patient. The publication is highly recommended for anyone seeking to enhance their physical and mental well-being, as well as that of their families and friends. This groundbreaking book is the first to interconnect public health, mental health, and community health. Weaving them together changes. It outlines the steps required to implement the solutions described throughout its pages, offering a vivid path forward for improving overall health across communities. In honor of Dr. Leslie Bronner's achievements, her mother, Dr. Yvonne Bronner, is offering a $1,500 scholarship in honor of her daughter. Dr. Bronner, please come forward. Philip and Brooke Bronner Scholarship is in honor of their 3 children. Philip said, in 1988, your generosity left a lasting impact on my family. Witnessing your kindness inspired my parents, who felt moved to instill in me the importance of giving back. They taught me to help others in the community, emphasizing the value of compassion and support. Through their guidance, I learned that acts of generosity can create a ripple effect, encouraging others to contribute and make a difference in the lives of those around them. We hope that our $1,500 scholarship will create the ripple effect and inspire others to give. Dr. Eva Bronner to come up and report. Number 18. And Jody Bronner Scholarship was established in honor of Eric and Jody Bronner's 3 beloved sons. This scholarship reflects the deep pride and joy Eric and Jody feel as parents, having witnessed their sons grow from inquisitive children into accomplished and admirable men. Watching their sons evolve over the years has been the greatest adventure of Eric and Jody's lives. They have celebrated their sons' kindness, determination, character, and achievements, and these qualities have inspired the creation of this scholarship. Eric and Jody encourage their sons to always follow their hearts and pursue dreams that bring them happiness. Their pride as being parents to these remarkable young men is reflected in their commitment to supporting others through this scholarship opportunity, which offers a $1,500 $1,500 to honor the spirit and values that their sons embody. Number 12. Next, we have the James Workman and Raymond Owens Scholarship, given by board member Albertha Workman and her friend Gloria Owens. Both James and Raymond were friends and advocates for education. They motivated and encouraged Black students to go to college. They are given 2 scholarships, each one valued at $1,576. So you will be who will represent them, member of our board will represent them, and 2 balls will be drawn. Go on, Gerald. It is both an honor and a pleasure for me to present our next scholarship from our Columbia, Maryland chapter of the Continental Societies, which was established in 1992. Ethel B. Hill, a distinguished leader in social work, law, and community service, is recognized as the founding member of this chapter. Her dedication to public service and the well-being of children has been a guiding force for the chapter's work. To date, the Columbia chapter has awarded over $20,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors in Howard County through this foundation, the Howard County Foundation for Black Educational and Cultural Achievement. This partnership has enabled the chapter to reach even more students and support their educational goals. Continuing this legacy, the Continentals are proud to present the Ethel B. Hill Esquire Scholarship in the amount of $1,500. This scholarship honors Ethel's enduring commitment to service, her professional achievements, and her profound impact on the lives of countless children and youth in our community. Will my dear soror Ethel pull this ball?
team. Oh, it's a girl. Coming next, we have the Delta Sigma Theta sorority, our Columbia chapter. This chapter has given over $40,000, let me repeat it one more time, over $40,000 in 34 years in memory of Gilda W. Lewis, past president of the chapter and founding member of the Howard County Foundation for Black Educational and Cultural Achievement. This scholarship is in the amount of $1,500 and will be awarded by Dr. Janice Lopez, who is Gilda Lewis's niece and also a past president of the Howard County Foundation and a Delta, a member of Delta Sigma Theta. So Janice, if you'd be so kind.
Sister Ethel Hill, you haven't heard her not say anything when she's given an award, so she wanted to say something. So
First of all, I'm probably the oldest person in here, and so that gives me the right to say it. I graduated from college the same year that Brown versus the Board of Education issued their famous decision. Okay. Yeah. My point is that that's the same year I graduated from Penn State. Hey, in fact, I would not qualify for a scholarship today. Because first of all, more males than females are getting scholarships. And I graduated from a white university. So I would not qualify for a scholarship. I just want to say that somebody forgot my name along the way. I have 2 daughters. And when they left to go to college, the fund had not yet been established. But I donated for about 10 years. And I not only donated every year, consistently, but I also was among the first judges that you had. And it was very hard to judge all of those essays and then participate. So I just wanted you to know that. But I just love that so many females are here today. And my sorority gives a lot also of scholarships. So it's not just the Continentals, and I just want you to know that. So I'm proud of you girls. I really am.
My own girls, though, would not have qualified. And I want to say this, you are blessed to be products of one of the best school systems in the country. The teachers, they have prepared you well, and you will do well. And that's you know, the advantage that you have over a lot of the other young people with whom you will compete, no matter where you go. And I just want you to know that. My girls, as I said, they had already graduated, so they didn't benefit. But they probably wouldn't have qualified anyhow, because one of them went to Princeton and the other one went to Harvard. And I were good friends, even though she was a Delta. God is good.
Okay, we'll continue. The Calvin Thompson Memorial Scholarship is given to founder and emeritus board member Rosalind Thompson and her children. Calvin was a founding member of the Howard County Foundation for Black Educational and Cultural Achievement. After retiring as the State Supervisory Director of Business Education Programs for the DC Public School System, he continued to inspire young minds as a substitute teacher in the Howard County school system for over 2 decades. Calvin's commitment to education and his efforts will leave a legacy for future generations. The scholarship is in the amount of $1,500. Mrs. Thompson, please come forward. Scholarship is presented by Mr. Henry to honor his academic excellence and achievements of his 2 daughters, Amber and Saya. Amber, who received the scholarship in 2006, graduated summa cum laude from both Rutgers University and the University of Pennsylvania. She has gone on to become an anthropologist and currently serves as assistant professor of African and Latin American Studies at Harvard University. Saya, a 2007 scholarship recipient, earned degrees from Duke University and later graduated from Harvard Law School. She is the founder of the Hood Exchange, an organization dedicated to introducing formerly incarcerated Black individuals to international travel opportunities within the African diaspora. In recognition of his daughter's accomplishments and commitment to empowering others, Mr. Henry is given 2 $1,500 scholarships. And I'm going to ask Dr. Herb West if he will come forward and pull the balls. Well, you pull 2 balls. Dr. West taught both daughters at Wale High School.
Number 10.
So, Ms. Steele, there's a man still pulling for the money.
Mrs. Dorothea Beatty, an emeritus board member, has established a scholarship and partnership with the foundation to honor the memory of her late husband, A. Thomas Beatty. Mr. Beatty was a retired Navy officer and educator with a deep commitment to supporting the aspirations of Black youth. He was also a proud member of Omega Psi Phi, and his dedication to education and mentorship was widely recognized. The scholarship is funded jointly by Mrs. Beatty and the foundation. Mrs. Beatty is contributing $1,000, while the foundation is adding $500, bringing the total value of the scholarship to $1,500. And she could not be here today, so she's asked Deon Rogers to pull the ball.
Is one that touches my heart. It is given by the family of Tara Waters, and it is the Tara Waters Memorial Scholarship valued at $1,500. This award is intended for a student who demonstrates merit and dedication, reflecting the attributes Tara herself exemplified. In 1994, Tara received the same recognition, making this scholarship especially meaningful for her family and the community. Tara was a lifelong resident of Howard County. She completed her primary and secondary education in the parochial and public schools of Howard County, consistently showing passion for learning throughout her formative years. Her love for education was evident in many aspects of her life. Tara was an avid reader and generously helped friends by editing their manuscripts. While pursuing her college degree, she worked as a writing tutor, sharing her skills and nurturing others' abilities. Sadly, Tara passed away this year. Establishing a scholarship in her name is a heartfelt tribute that aligns her values and aspirations. Her family is proud to continue her legacy by supporting students who share Tara's appreciation for education and her commitment to excellence. The Waters family would like to acknowledge and applaud the foundation for its ongoing commitment to supporting students and fostering educational opportunities in our community. Mrs. Waters' son Kenny is here, and her daughter Kathy is here. So Kenny, are you going to draw the ball? Okay. the Barbara Wynn Scott Memorial Scholarship. Barbara was a longtime resident of Columbia who relocated to the area under the encouragement of her sister, Gilda Lewis, one of the founders of the foundation. She was a passionate advocate for higher education and reminded students that their education is something that no one could ever take away from them. She encouraged young people to always use their own heads when making decisions and to never give up in pursuing their dreams. Barbara saw the good in every person and created deep bonds with the many friends and family members who loved her. The scholarship contribution comes from the friends and board members of Janice Lopez and the family of Barbara C. Scott. It is in the amount of $1,500, and the drawing will be by her husband, James, and granddaughter, Gianna.
The William Bill Lewis Memorial Scholarship was established in 2011 by the board members of the foundation to honor William Bill Lewis, a founding member, for his dedicated service as president of the Howard County Foundation for Black Educational and Cultural Achievement. Throughout his tenure, Mr. Lewis devoted considerable effort, energy, and time to improving educational opportunities for Black students in Howard County. This $2,000 scholarship is awarded by the board in recognition of his contributions. And I'm going to ask Mr. Elwood Thornton, board member, if he will come forward and pull the ball. He's a classmate and friend of Bill Lewis. Mrs. Ernestine Jones was a founding member of the foundation and was a tireless advocate for education, educational advancement, and community support. support. She held just about every office, including president. In recognition of her unwavering dedication, this $2,000 scholarship is awarded by the board in continuing her legacy of nurturing and uplifting future generations. And will her daughter, Angela, please come forward and received a scholarship. Since all candidates have been recognized, we have decided to award an additional round of scholarships because we have more money. We will place 23 balls back into the fish bowl, and 9 of the 23 candidates will receive a second scholarship. We know this is nerve-wracking, but we are excited to continue this special moment. So good luck, everyone.
We begin round 2 with the Mildred Smith Evans and Smith Family Scholarship. Mildred Smith Evans said the following, her family said the following: our beloved mother, Geraldine Smith, was soft-spoken, kind, supportive, and very encouraging. She motivated her 6 children to get a good education because to her, that was the key to success. Growing up in Dayton, when schools were segregated, she was denied the right to attend school beyond the 7th grade, but always wished that she could go further. Geraldine's deferred dream turned into her desire to help future generations to achieve their goal of getting a higher education. This is why she chose to give to our foundation for 20 years. And her children are now donating in her memory $1,500 to the Adopt a Student Scholarship to continue her legacy. Jill, help us out here. Next, we have the S.Q. Williams and Vicki Williams Memorial Scholarship, which was established by our board member, Carnell Williams, and his family. The Williams family has been blessed by God and has had the privilege of seeing many family members pursue higher education. This scholarship is dedicated to supporting the community and continuing the tradition of helping students reach their educational goals. The scholarship provides an award of $1,500. is also offered by a board member and his family. Joseph Mason, our board member, honors the memory of his late wife, Dr. Virgie A. Mason, by presenting a scholarship dedicated to her legacy. Dr. Mason was widely respected by her students for her wisdom, insight, and understanding. She had a remarkable ability to make her subject matter come alive, instilling enthusiasm for both her discipline and the broader pursuit of learning. Her profound commitment to education was evident through her deep and abiding concern for fostering learning in others. The scholarship awarded in her honor is in the amount of $1,500. Our next scholarship is in memory of the William Manning Memorial Scholarship. It was established to honor the memory of William Manning, who was the first African American elected to the Howard County School Board. This scholarship recognizes his legacy and contributions to the community and is funded by his wife, Mrs. Vicki Manning, our board member, and her children, Billy and Valerie. Their support continues the impact and spirit of William Manning's achievements. The scholarship provides a financial award of $1,500.
Edward and Marlene Morty have demonstrated a steadfast commitment to supporting education and empowering students. This year, they are generously awarding 2 scholarships valued at $1,500 each to deserving recipients. Edward and Marlene firmly believe in Proverbs 3rd chapter, 5th and 6th verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. They also believe that the beautiful thing about education is that no one can take it from you. So I'm going to ask, is anyone here from the Warren family? If not, I'm going to ask Linda Dawson if she will come forward and pull 2 balls. is deeply committed to supporting young people in their academic journeys. This scholarship is in memory of its founder, Jacqueline Nixon Hilson, reflects her dedication to fostering educational opportunities and empowering the next generation to pursue higher education. The initiative is driven by the belief that investing in students' future will benefit both individuals and the broader community. The scholarship is in the amount of $1,500. Someone from the Golden Hearts Ministry, Old Ball. Number 12. The next scholarship, Jackie Vanderwall, a dedicated Howard County educator, was a passionate advocate for education. She believed in providing educational opportunities for everyone. Her daughter, Kimberly Martyr, continues to honor this legacy by supporting a scholarship in her memory. The scholarship amount is $1,500. Okay, well, some. Okay. Number 1.
Senior Memorial Scholarship is established in remembrance of the father of board member Patricia Rainey Watkins. Mr. Rainey's life was marked by distinguished military service in the United States Navy, including proud participation in the Korean and Vietnam Wars. Upon retirement, he devoted himself to his church and to serving the broader community. His dedication was particularly visible in his efforts to guide and support young people, working tirelessly to help the next generation thrive. Mr. Rainey served as an officer in the Naval Fleet Reserve, where he held the Fleet Reserve Scholarship Awards, viewing these moments as valuable investments in the future of young people. In recognition of Mr. Rainey's commitment, Patricia Rainey Watkins, his daughter and board member, has generously contributed $850 to the scholarship fund. The foundation has added $650, resulting in the scholarship amount of $1,500.
this ceremony to a close, I want to leave you with one final thought. The awards presented today are an investment in your future and a reflection of the promise each of you holds. To our recipients, your hard work, perseverance, and dedication have brought you to this moment, and we are proud to support the journey ahead. May this recognition encourage you to keep striving, growing, and achieving all that you are capable of. Please take a moment to review the pages in the program book that recognizes the benefactors of your scholarship.
To our donors, thank you for your vision and generosity in making these life-changing opportunities possible. Your support creates a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond this room. Congratulations once again to our scholarship recipients, and please remember to send your thank you notes within 30 days.
Those 14 students who did not receive a second scholarship, you will be getting about $850 some in addition to your scholarship. So all the money that comes in now until June 30th will be awarded. So that could increase. And remember, no thank you, no money.
Thank you all for coming. We'd like to close with the benediction from Reverend Wilford. And before we do that, does anyone have any questions, concerns, remarks, anything about what was said here today or what the expectations are? Questions? No thank you, no money? We understand that? Right? That's pretty clear, right? That's an easy ask. So at the end of this, we're going to do a group picture, but we're going to do the benediction first, okay? So hang around just for the group picture.
Let us pray. Lord God, what a joy and a blessing it has been to witness the abundant given here today, and to see that everybody got a scholarship and even a second round. And that displays the generosity of this community and the dedication in seeing that our African American students will leave with scholarships, knowing that they have a community which supports them. We thank you for the way Dr. Harris just shared from the depth of his heart and inspired all of us. And thank you for all of the program participants and their words of wisdom. And we did so much appreciate the talent of Anissa Jackson, such an accomplished pianist at such a young age, and we ask you to continue to bless her. And now, as we prepare to leave, I want to express an South African blessing to all of our students, as well as to everybody present here today. It reads thusly: walk tall, walk well, walk safe, walk free, and may harm never come to thee. Walk wise, walk good, walk proud, walk true, and may sun
always smile on you. Walk prayer, walk hope, walk faith, walk light, and may peace always guide you right. Walk joy, walk brave, walk love, walk strong, and may life always give you song. Amen.
That concludes today's program. Once again, just wait around a little bit for a group picture and then have some light refreshments and you're free. Thank you all.